All right, guys, so welcome everybody. It's 2022, the first masterclass for this year. What we're going to be focusing on today, after a lot of deliberation, a lot of people asking me, which is, Scott, in the 100K program, I know what to do, but I don't know how to structure my days. I don't really understand when I'm supposed to do something over something else. And ultimately, what is the best thing that I can do every half an hour or every hour of the day to obviously get clients, okay? So just turn your cameras off, guys, just for now. It'll stop your videos. There we go. All right, so it's going to be very straightforward, guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys very, very soon in the worksheet I have. Just give me, if you can, if you've got something in mind along the lines of procrastination, knowing what to do each day, knowing how to schedule your days, ultimately in that sort of umbrella. What else do you guys want to get out of today? What is the number one thing you guys are struggling with? Is it the procrastination? Is it knowing what to do? Is it like, Scott, I've got so many fucking tasks I need to do. How do I choose which one is best? Where are you guys struggling with the most? Just let me know. Just yell it out to me.
Consistency.
Consistency. Okay, cool. Who would say that's a big one for them as well? Consistency.
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah. Also, how to plan a longer running campaign if you like to get up and running, if you're very time poor.
Yep.
How Excellent. To be really focused on that.
Yeah. What's interesting about that is, and I think you'll appreciate this and sort of where this has come from, people think in order to have a successful business, it requires more of my hours. And Scott, like, how am I going to do this if I work a full-time job? Well, the funny thing is that if we schedule all of your hours outside of your job and put all of the hours that you have on the business in only, that's the underlining word here, only in the right places, I guarantee you can probably get just as much done, if not more, than people work on this full time. And let me tell you the reason behind this. I spoke to probably about 1,800, a little over 1,800 new therapists and coaches last year. And I would say about 90% of them waste so much fucking time doing ridiculous, stupid, excuse my language here, but who gives a shit, ridiculous things that get them nowhere, that they are convinced that's where their time needs to be spent. Okay. So the planning I've got for you today, for everyone that's still working in full-time jobs or even part-time, it's not only structuring your days in your business, but if you can structure your personal life, I guarantee you'll find those hidden hours that can go into the right place for your business. Okay. It's going to require some sacrifice. But the funny thing is, if you have the sacrifice now, and you put a lot of effort and time into this business, later on, that sacrifice will pay off. An example of this, we've got heaps of students right now that were working full-time jobs, only doing this part-time, went into this full-time because they got to quit their job, and now working less than part-time hours and are doing 30, 40, 50, 60 grand per month. But they had to sacrifice right at the start, and it all came to scheduling what they do. Okay. So that's a big thing for today. We'll get into that. Anything else, guys? Does that make sense so far, guys?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, makes lots of sense.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys are struggling with under the umbrella of what we have? So what 3 activities are the top priority every day? Yep, beautiful. Oh, I better check these chat box. Excuse me, guys. I haven't used Zoom for about 2 months. Stay with me. So more on the new way of organic outreach. So I'm not going to teach you that. That's in the course. Just go watch the course. Getting back on track when life is changing. Yep, that'll come through a schedule. Structure and consistency. What's awesome, guys, is all of these things like structure, consistency, getting back on track. I guarantee my week's wage on this, that if you learn how to schedule your day and your life properly, you'll get more done having done that than just sort of throwing it to the whim, like throwing it and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to get up in the morning. I'll eventually do this. I'll eventually do that. I'm going to share with you guys, as boring as it is, I'm going to share with you guys my actual daily schedule. It is flat out boring. Probably no one will follow it to a T, but I just want to show you what's required if your goals are really big. So I'll give you guys a real behind the scenes look of exactly what I do each day, the food I eat, structure I have, when I go to the gym, when I sleep, all the boring stuff. But it's those things right there that allow me to stop chaos coming into my life and wasting a hell of a lot of time. Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
And that'll improve consistency and procrastination. I think procrastination, well, I know procrastination shows up is because you're not sticking to a schedule. If I didn't have a schedule, I'd walk around my house thinking, what should I do today? And that's just screaming for procrastination, because that's what I used to do. Okay. So I have no problem with daily Facebook Lives where I talk impromptu, but 3 times a week YouTube is a struggle. Yep, that's a story you tell yourself. It is not a struggle. That's just an excuse, because I used to have that excuse as well. I mean, if you think about it, a YouTube video takes 10 minutes to record, maybe 10 minutes to prepare. If you can't find 20 minutes per day, I guarantee if we take out one thing that you're doing in your life that doesn't need to be there as far as not in your schedule, you could probably do 2 or 3 in that time. What 3 activities? Yep, we'll talk about that. How to be consistent, post through the day when my day job gets in the way. Yep, we'll talk about that. Struggle with the organic character, feel like I'm banging on the wall with my head. Yep. So that's part of the course. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do the organic outreach. That's in the course. You've just got to follow it. I think procrastination shows up as well, guys, if we want to call it that, is because people start trying to rethink the strategy and they start trying to rethink what to do and they overthink it. You probably guys will agree with that. And what we're going to show today, especially with the schedule and things like that, is literally just sticking to the schedule that's given to you in that program, because that way you don't have to think. Anytime you overthink things, that's when procrastination sets in. So self-doubt slows down preparing material. Nope, that's an excuse. And I'm not belittling this, guys. The reason I say it's an excuse, because it's exactly what I used to tell myself. And trust me, a schedule will help that. All right, let's get into it. So let me share my screen with you guys.